This is the VIZIUUY AOV, or Always On Video, 2K solar security camera. Let's take it out of the box. In the box, you get the quick start guide for the camera and a quick start guide for the solar charger or solar panel. You get a USB cable to charge it. We're going to talk solar in a minute. USB to an interesting mounted in this round thing USB-C connector, so you definitely want to hang on to this cable. That's if you want to power it or charge it from an external battery bank or something like that, but typically the solar panel should do the trick. There's a slew of mounting brackets and stuff there, along with screws and wall anchors and mounting templates as well. They're all just peel and stick. Just take the backing off, slap it up where you want, and you got your screw holes already marked. Big convenience factor, and virtually no cost to manufacture. Everybody should do that. Excellent. They also give you a sticker you could put somewhere showing that you have 24-hour video surveillance. Here is the solar panel itself, and of course the camera. Let me tell you a little bit about this. What is this AOV? All that kind of great stuff. Let's talk about it first, then we'll set it up. So like I said, this is an AOV camera. AOV is always on video. Basically what that means is most solar security cameras cannot record all the time. What they do is the camera stays just barely powered, and when it senses motion, then it'll record, maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15, depending. You probably set it in the app and that, and then it kind of goes back into that low power mode. So you miss all the rest of that, or if it for some reason doesn't sense motion, you just miss out and they took your boat out of your yard. It's unlikely, but it can happen. Anyway, that's kind of the deal. So this is an AOV, or always on video. Let's face it here, you cannot and will not get something for nothing. Yes, solar powered, you don't need to plug it in. Yes, always on video. What has to give? The frame rate. This will record video continuously from solar power, but it's something like 7 frames a second. You can adjust that based on how well you have the the solar panel mounted in what kind of location. If it's really sunny there, you can bump that way up, and if it's covered by oak and maple trees and never gets any sun, then 7 might be about it. The camera is a PTZ, or pan tilt zoom camera. Goes almost 360 degrees around. If it did, that would be a real problem. So it goes 355. It could tilt up and down, and it can zoom in and out. It's a digital zoom, of course, but hey, it helps you see stuff a bit better. This does have cloud storage available, or under this little panel here, you can insert a microSD card up to 512 gigabytes in size. This also has auto tracking, so it can track a person walking or something of that nature. 2 hours of charge from the solar panel will equal 24-hour recording by the camera. Once again, at a low frame rate, and if you're doing this at night and you want these nice lights and stuff, it don't work like that. Again, you cannot get something for nothing. So things are going to have to be given up to achieve that, if that's what you want. This will record in full frame rate. Full frame rate for it is 25 frames per second. So with that, let's take a look a bit closer at the camera here. You got your cable, all right, and over here, like I said, on the bottom is the panel. It's wireless, so you put up the antennas like that, and that way it goes to your Wi-Fi, and all that kind of great stuff like that. Your solar panel will plug into that with the connector on it. This needs a mounting bracket, and that would be this one right over here. So you see how it snaps in with the clips and like that. So you got holes and you got other holes, and you mount up however is going to work for you, but basically it goes something like that and then clicks in, and then the camera is mounted. And like I said before, it will pan and tilt and all that kind of stuff like that from before. The solar panel has its own mount using these little gizmos here on the back, screw thread like that. This screws into that, and then that interfaces on that, somehow using that. It all goes one way. It's not really a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and make up a sort of a test rig kind of thing so I can get this hooked up, and we'll mount it to a board of wood and give it a shot. So here's our test rig on a board of wood. You don't have to mount this solar panel right on top. As you see, you got a nice long wire, so you go and put that and mount that in the sun, so it's going to do everything it's supposed to. Now we're going to go into the app. It uses the CloudEdge app. Okay, first thing we're going to do, now that we're in the app, is to turn the camera on. In the panel underneath where you put a microSD card in, there are two buttons. One of them turns it on, the other's a reset button, so if you hit the wrong one, it's not going to work. So we'll turn the camera on. We'll just give it a minute here to get itself set up. You also should press the reset button for 5 seconds on it. So I'll do that as well. And that is a good sound, meaning that we are ready to connect. So we're going to go ahead and hit the plus sign and hit add device, and it should pick it up via Bluetooth. Well, that was sure hard. There it is right there. We'll hit that, and it wants the network information, so I'm going to give it all of that, and then we'll get connected up.
Connecting. Please wait a moment.
And now here we are in the app with the camera showing. I actually had left this overnight, and I plugged it in to charge because it was dead. The battery really did not come charged, and when the battery is too low in the camera, the lights on it don't work, and the PTZ, pan tilt zoom, doesn't work either. So, lesson learned. Get that solar panel in a good spot. Anyway, we're all set. As you can see, the camera just moved because it has motion tracking. So that's pretty much it. Now, in this, looking at the phone here, you can take a screenshot. You can do an intercom with it. And beyond that, it says original sound. We're going to try these out in just a minute here. And at the bottom, you have record for recording a video. The pan tilt zoom, that I can show you right now. There he goes. I'll show you better on the other camera, because there's always the delay in the video through this. That's just how they are. So there's the camera there, and you see I can just rotate it right around, and it goes all the way that way, or all the way back to practically 360 degrees. Over here, we'll turn it back to kind of face the camera there, and you can tilt it down or up. There we go. Here's down, and that's as far down as it goes, and back up, just like that. And you can set it anywhere that you want. And if there's anything that screws up, there's a correction button right on the phone. When you hit that, then it just runs through its whole gamut right there and resets all the sensors. And in fact, I'm going to do that again so you can see the full range of motion the camera has, because it runs through absolutely everything. And we're back. Simple like that. Okay, now let's try out the audio. So we can intercom with this to the camera. I have the sound from the camera shut off right now because otherwise we'd be hearing an echo in it. I'll turn it on for a second. So now we're going to test the intercom. I'm going to walk out of here because otherwise you can hear too many echoes in that, and then we'll test that out. And I'll do the different voices it has. This is the intercom with regular sound. This is now the clown voice. And this is now the uncle voice. So that way you can disguise your voice too. And it's also got a light. There's a light. So that way you can light things up. And at night, in the backyard, when it's dark, you can set it so it'll automatically kick on the light when it senses motion. Or you can have it on all night and drain the battery. That's an option you can choose. But it also has the black and white infrared. I'll show you that. And here's the black and white infrared. And I'll show you from the other camera. You can see the red there. You actually can see that in real life, but they're very, very, very dim. And now you see it just went out, and it'll blink every now and again until it senses motion again, at which point it'll come on so it can record in the full frame video. But if you want, you can turn on the light. There you go, right there. And as you can see, that makes a difference. I'll show you in the picture here. So you can go from black and white mode to color mode, just like that with the light. And yes, at night you can see in full color with this light on. And it's also got a siren built in. That'll scare them away, but it's got it. It's also got an audio warning and strobe light, so it'll flash the white light like that, and will also sound the siren as such like that. And that's pretty much it. Here is a video clip that I recorded within the app using the VIZIUUY 2K AOV solar security camera. This video sample has been downscaled to 1280 by 720 resolution. Hi, I'm making a video with the VIZIUUY AOV solar security camera. So it's got all the features and functions that we've come to expect from security cameras nowadays. It's wireless, of course, as I showed you before. It's got a big honkin' solar panel up there, and its main claim to fame is the AOV, or always on video, where it will lower the frame rate of the video until it senses motion so you don't miss everything like you would with a camera, a solar camera that only starts recording on motion like that. So once again, this is the VIZIUUY AOV 2K solar security camera. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.